200 days in Minecraft Pixelmon. This is Minecraft and Pokemon put together all in one. This is on the complex Pixelmon server, IP in the description, and this is the Diamond server. I have been putting this off for a while, but I know a lot of you guys wanted to see this video, so here it is. Finally, 200 days in Minecraft Pixelmon. So day 101, I'm just training up my mons. I'm just getting back into things, reuniting with my shiny Charizard and just getting a feel for the game again. I collected a lot of those Pokéloots that I had already collected before, and I made sure to really organize my chest because I didn't want to have a messy inventory for all of these 100 days. When I was done, I was pretty proud of the things I was able to sort through, and it was already the end of the day. So day 102, I'm here and I'm cutting down lots of trees. I had an idea that I would expand my house eventually, but first I went to the team's base. I'm on Team Beacon, and I saw that this guy could just mine stuff. Like, what? So I was not high enough rank to do this yet, but it was definitely a goal of mine. And I went to my team leader, and there were these daily missions that I could get rewards for doing. So I thought I'd just start some, but I never ended up completing any of them. And after that, I went to the team safari where there are Pokemon literally everywhere. All new kinds of Pokédex entries for me. And so I made sure to battle lots of Pokemon and even catch the ones that I hadn't caught before, like this Larvesta. And I was just having a great time here. It was very easy to grind levels. And of course a world boss spawns. This was perfect. I got lots of rewards, and one of them was a Pokemon spin. With the Pokemon spin, I could get a random Pokemon that wasn't legendary. From this spin here, I got a Misdrevious. This guy tried to battle me, and it didn't go very well for him. He died pretty quickly and forfeited. Back at the team safari, I caught a Combee. Back at my base, there was one thing I meant to do back in the first 100 days that I never was able to accomplish, which is level 75 skill catching. So what this allowed me to do is I could now fly on Pokemon. I was trying to fly on my Charizard here, but it was taking a little bit to get used to. I bought some sugarcane on the GTS, and I realized this would allow me to finish my enchantment setup. I had literally 60 levels that I needed to spend, so this was just about perfect. Once I set up all the bookshelves, I made sure to check if I could get level 30 enchantments, and I did. So I enchanted some boots, quite a few pickaxes looking for Fortune 3, and I just made sure to drain all of my levels. I even got efficiency 5 on this one iron pickaxe. The last pickaxe I enchanted was diamond and got Fortune 3 on it, which is perfect. I made a golden chest plate, Team Rocket leggings, and a Team Aqua helmet. This was all kind of just random, but I thought I'd look cool. After I enchanted all the pieces, I was clean. Sheesh! I flew off on my Charizard on day 105 and just started a new Poke Hunt. This Poke Hunt was a Combee, and I knew exactly where to find Combee, but first I had to die. I knew I could find Combee at the team safari, and so I went around looking for a female one and eventually caught it. When I sent in my Combee, I got a prism scale. I then spent a couple days just cutting down wood. I needed lots of it for my house extension that I planned on doing, and so finally, after some wood gathering, I did eventually just put up a big box. This was just oak wood and oak wood planks, and then eventually I put on a roof. The roof took way too long, and I thought it was worth it at the end of the day. It just made my base look even bigger and cooler. Bigger number, better person, as Ludwig says. I found a Mega Scizor that was very shiny, and I beat him to get a Scissorite. This was going to be really helpful in the future if I ever got a Scizor. I put down birch wood for the floors in my extension, and the server was kind of lagging. I would have an open fist here and try to place down wood, and it would literally turn into sunflowers. Like, what? How's that even possible? So I did a boss, very laggy on day 111, so I'm sorry for that. And I got some tokens, some cash, and always rare candies, which are welcome. I finished my floor on day 111, and here's what it looks like. A big open space that was very fit to decorate. And I spent the rest of the day just placing down all this dirt to have a more flat, I guess, like property. And I destroyed some dirt as well. At nighttime, I could light up all the stuff that I had flattened out that day. And I made 2 buckets and an iron hoe because I was ready to do some farming. Farming was pretty easy in my mind. I just needed to till a bunch of land with some water around it. And I was right. I had lots of seeds to plant down, and so this was not going to be a very hard task. Seeds and seeds and seeds were planted that day, and I'll tell you what, I was very proud of what I was able to accomplish. Day 112, I flew off on my hydrangea, shiny hydrangea, and went looking to just see some houses. I don't know, I was just ready to get out and explore. These 2 houses were not very impressive, but they were one of the first things I found. And in the evening, I beat an uncommon boss, Diglett. I found a Master Ball loot, as well as a Scyther I wanted to beat up. Here was another house made of all acacia wood, and here was another house that transformed a Poke Center with Nurse Joy in it into some kind of interesting design. Here's one I liked with a little bit of glass on the walls and ceiling, and I died. And then back at my place, I made an effort to organize all of my boxes because I guess when I hit Ace Trainer in the last 100 days, it upgraded my storage space. I evolved an Amora into Aurorus and was able to ride that around in my new extension to my house. I then made an effort to make all the fossil stuff, so a fossil cleaner, a fossil whatever machine, a top, base, whatever, and here I am, a fossil machine, finally. I put down the fossil machine and a piece of terracotta in the cleaner. I flew off into the sunset on day 114. I found a waterstone shard and then I just kept going. I wanted to get quite a few. I couldn't find a fossil to save my life, and so I just bought one, and then right after I did find a fossil. So here we go. 1, 2, here's even more. 3, 4, 5, 6. I am rich. I'm super rich. Look at all these water stones I have. Another world boss spawned, and it was a level 200 Tyranitar. This guy was a tank. I beat him a couple times to get a couple thousand coins and just some general other loot. I got back and started cleaning my fossils and doing some farming. I needed more seeds to fill up all the plots of land that I had gotten. My farming skill was going crazy here, and eventually all of my fossils were cleaned. I started off by just doing the long AFKing process of getting all of these fossils hatched. I also put in windows on the next day to make my base look a little bit better. I added this staircase here and also had a Noivern. And then in the last episode, Shadow Zambi asked if I could get one. So here you go, Shadow Zambi. And I went to the training place and got all of my guys up to level 100. This took a little bit, but after it was done, I was very happy with my team. Shadow Zambi, Conkeldor, Slacking, Gyarados, and even a fire team that I was training up. When I was done training, I had all level 100 fire type Pokemon except for Salamence, and I went to this grass gym thinking I was gonna beat it. I was wrong, actually, very wrong. I lost many times because I'm not very good at Pokemon battling. And on days 121 through 125, I had a mission. I did not record much of this because it is so boring, but I was gonna make a pixel art. Last episode, I did not speak very highly of Mudkip or water type starters, so here is your shrine, my guys. Here is my ode to Mudkip and water type starters all around the world. I threw a pufferfish as a sacrifice to the Lord Mudkip. I then forgot to record, but I made an apricorn farm because I needed apricorns in general. I also wanted to find a Bulbasaur just because I knew it was the first thing in the Pokédex, and I don't know, it's just a cool Pokemon to go for. I ran around for a while trying to find this Bulbasaur, and it didn't happen because, believe it or not, it's a rare spawn and servers do not have very good spawn rates. So that was a little frustrating, but at least it was just something to know. And then I wasn't done. So then I went to look for a Shuckle for Shulker Shells. I found a level 96 trainer and I beat him, but other than that, I found nothing. So I decided to give up on that mission as well. No Shulker Shells. I then had a Magmortar, a Mora, Toucannon, Alchemy, Trevenant, and even this dude, Beware. They're all going to be part of my new team. I rode this Beware around, and I even found a Mega Alakazam right next to my base. I beat him for an Alakazite and Mega Alakazam soon. I flew around on Toucannon looking for some action. I didn't find much other than a platform, but that was fine because I just wanted to test out this new team of mine. I named my Magmortar Flamey, then Tree, Birdie, Smoothie, Berry, Dinosaur, and I found a boss, uncommon Salandit. I beat him in a Hydro Pump and didn't get many good rewards. I went back to that Beacon Leader and decided I was actually going to do some of those missions. So I started 3 of them and worked away at them. This team safari was a great way to train up those missions. I ended up beating 1 right off the bat, and then I went and did some digging at my place. Just digging, you know, the casual. I did another boss battle, and this time it was a Marowak. I was going ham on this dude. I was beating him over and over and over again. And when I was done with him, I mean, look at that. I destroyed that dude. Tons of coins and Ultra Balls and whatever. And I went back to the Team Safari. It took me a couple days, and I defeated the last 2 missions, which were a good source of Team's XP and coins. Also some rare candies, which I'd use later. I ran around just trying to beat some Pokemon and train my team up, but overall, I just love this Team Safari. It was a nice way to level up my Pokemon. And my last one was done. I went to the training center and decided I wanted to get this team up to level 100. Once I did that, I went to battle some gyms, try to get another gym badge. It was not very forgiving for me, let's just say that. It was very hard, and I couldn't really beat anyone, except for this electric gym. So that was my 2nd gym badge complete, and I opened some voting crates. Watch this one, guys. So I open these voting crates, and I get a random shrine, and it happens to just be the Moltres Shrine. That was the only one I needed, which was amazing. So first thing I do the next day is spawn in Moltres, not taking any chances, use one of my 5 Master Balls, and bang. Another legendary for the team. Look at this dude. I love Moltres, and this was just the most perfect thing to ever happen. I'm flying around on this guy. And I also had Mega Alakazam, Mega Gengar, and now Mega Beedrill. Look at those dudes. This team is looking fire. On day 139, it was time for a medium hunt. This was a more specific way to hunt, and I was looking for a Swirlix. And I'll tell you guys, I couldn't even find one Swirlix. These hunts are insanely hard to do if they're not in the Team Safari, and the Pokemon spawns just aren't enough. So I go back home and I'm planting all these berries to just plant them, I guess. I guess I couldn't harvest them really. It was hard to. They didn't really give new berries, but it was all right. I did some more regular farming and made quite a few diamond pickaxes because I wanted to do some mining. I enchanted a couple of these guys and generally got bad enchantments. Day 143, it was time to do some more gym battling because there wasn't a whole lot left for me to do. I worked really hard and that wasn't enough. This fire team I had made, it was just not good, and I know it's because of the IVs and the EVs, blah blah blah, moveset, but I'm just not very good either. I went down to my basement and picked the last of my apricorns and just destroyed them because I had new plans for this basement. I moved my Gibble breeder 1 layer down and then made a staircase to another breeder that I was going to make underneath. I went to the mesa and gathered some materials because I was going to breed Trapinch, and I found a Mega Aggron just chilling in the mesa, which was super great, and I got another megastone. I finally finished that little trap inch breeding area, so all that was left was for me to put down the breeder and then slap in my trap inches. I made a very good pickaxe and then did some more farming on day 146. I love farming, and with my fortune pickaxe I was able to get more seeds and just plant more. The berries were kind of glitchy and didn't really give me many, so this was really the only time I harvested them, and I did some sugarcane farming as well. I found a level 100 trainer, and of course I bodied him with my Charizard. And after quite a bit of playtime, I was able to get another shiny spin. This got me a shiny Bronzor. Definitely not the worst thing I could have gotten. This little green plate of mine was now going to be on my team. I collected some more Pokéloots that I know I had not collected in a while, and even did some apricorn farming because I was going to plant all those rows of apricorns. I extended my pathway here, did some obsidian mining, and everyone knows what happens when you mine obsidian in Minecraft. You then make a nether portal. So that's exactly what I did. I made a little bit of a bigger one just because I'm rich like that. I lit up the nether portal, went in, and well, I explored the nether. There was things like this Turtonator. I caught him, level 44. And then I did some quartz mining and other stuff like that just to, get a taste of the nether. I did lots of exploring, found this little walkway, but that was about it. There wasn't a whole lot in the nether, especially on a server like this, and I eventually died. I went to the desert on day 151 and did some sand collection for a sugarcane farm. I just thought I'd make a more official farm here, and that's exactly what I did. I still had some sand though, and I knew that cactuses were a thing, so of course I had to make a little bit of a cactus extension on that farm. And look at that. She is beauty, she is grace. So I then wanted to fancy up my nether portal. I thought it was fitting. I placed down lots of random blocks and boulders that I crafted and just tried to make it look good. I was kind of proud of it because I am not a builder, and if you've watched any of my videos, you should know that. I planted down berries outside of my house and made these boxes, because why not? Just put them in the corner. I made a blue clock, and look at that, it tells time. I made a pink clock because pink is a better color than blue, let's be real. I made some Pokeball rugs right next to my front door, put down some umbrellas just to spice up the beach, and I had this painting, and it didn't work, and I don't know what it did, but I just stuck with it. Lots of trees that are artificial I put down outside my house, and then I put down all these end tables to just make things look better. Look at that, that's a refrigerator. I'll be honest guys, I'm putting a lot of stuff down. I just crafted a lot of stuff I found off the wiki. Took me a while. I even took a picture of my shiny Charizard, and I found out what the painting was for. It was for my Pokemon. Beautiful. And here is a lot of mining. 158 through 167, I am mining. Literally every time I just hop on, I just mine. So of course I'm gonna find quite a few diamonds. Vein after vein after vein of diamonds. I didn't even put them all in this because there's so many, but I loved it. I mean, it was just something to do, and I was running out of ideas for what I was gonna do in this 100 days, but I did know that it was a good source of resources in cobblestone, so that's what I did. And after I was done, I had lots of things to smelt. So I would smelt these things and just wait for them to work its way out. And this is all the cobblestone I got, and as well as all the minerals I had collected. I was pretty proud of myself. I went to the spawn and opened some more vote crates, and one of the things I got, well actually two of the things I got, was a dream key and a shiny spin. Like that's gotta be pretty rare, right? My shiny spin was a shiny Amoonguss. Sounds like Among Us, right guys? Sorry, dumb joke. And I did my spin and got some rare candies on my dream key, which is a little bit of a bummer, but whatever, you know. Among Us here is looking good, and I went to the water gym with some Pokemon I had gathered. Well, I went to a lot of gyms, to be honest. I spent lots of days going to gyms and trying to battle dudes, and I couldn't get much. I couldn't get anything. I spent maybe an hour at this gym alone trying to beat it, and I eventually did. So it worked out. I got another dream key. Let's see what we get here. A Master Ball. That gets me quite a few Master Balls, 5 to be exact, and then I just started buying things off the GTS. I had money to spend because I no longer needed to buy that fiery shrine, and I just bought lots of stuff. One of the things I bought was a shulker shell, so I could make a shulker box. I named it Stuff, and it was really nice because I could put all my stuff in there like a backpack. I had Among Us, Big Bird, Hype, Casper, Hulk, and I battled a trainer. And of course, all of my dudes are gonna level up insane. I bought another shiny Pokemon spin and got a shiny Grimer, and I flew off on my shiny Big Bird. I went to the level grinder to get all those guys up to level 100 before the 200 days were over. I bought some more Pokemon spins, and I got a Hariyama and a Pumpkaboo. I went to the Nether and did a lot of resource grinding. I had one last project that I wanted to do before the 100 days were over. 194 to 199 was spent building that project. I was excited for you guys to see, and here it is. A little battle arena. I used some of the resources I got from mining to decorate it up. I had a Pokeball in the middle here. I had lots of viewing on the sides, and it was the red team versus the blue team. Day 200, you know what it is. I go into shaders. That's gonna be the end of the episode. In this second segment, in the 200 days, I have 45 level 100 Pokemon, 15 individual shiny Pokemon, and a 55% complete Pokédex, catching 486 out of the 844 Pokemon. I was so happy with what I was able to get done in this series, including the legendary Moltres. Thank you guys so much for all the support on that 100 days video, and I promise I will have lots of content coming out in the future that won't necessarily be more 100 days in Pixelmon, but hopefully a new series that you might enjoy. This was an absolute blast to make, and I'm so thankful that you guys were able to get me to 1,000 subscribers. I love every single one of your comments and support, and even just the people who have been there since the very beginning. I promise this will not be the last video from Jay. I know it's been a while, but this was a lot of time and effort to make, so if you could like it or just leave a nice comment or something like that, I'd really appreciate it. But for me, I'll be signing off. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Later.